We need a globalized, specialized AI for different countries, different areas, all of this stuff.
Bitcoinzilla stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoinzilla today and enjoy the new edge. Raoul unveils crypto and AI integration and the future of money, exploring technology trends that reshape financial strategies. In this video, let's watch to uncover visionary insights.
Yeah, and you're seeing countries saying that right now because you think about your kids, your nephews, your nieces, whatever. You want to know what's in the AI that teaches them because they will trust that more than anything. Like, again, if you try Grok sexy mode, which, Apple might have it.
Really? Is that what you've been doing in your spare time?
I have to test the technologies, man. But you try these things, they're crazy. Like, we will trust the AIs more than we trust anyone.
For sure.
And so I view the world as basically having 3-4 different types of AI. Your super genius polymath AIs. And that's your Anthropics, Googles, and others, multi-billion-dollar things. Like, R1 didn't show the scaling didn't work. It just showed that you can make things more efficient, but scaling still helps, right?
Yeah.
Then you've got your personal AIs. Apple AI is a bit stupid now, but Alexa's now smart. Alexa has memory. Alexa will be very convincing telling you stuff. And your Google AI or Tencent AI. Then you've got these open weight AIs like Llama and other things, but Meta's already selling parts of the latent space for advertising. Like the CPM, I know the study just done out, for language models is like 10, 20 times larger than for normal Google search.
Really? They're already putting advertising on this stuff?
Yeah. So the pitch I said in the last Google earnings call, we're going to be selling space inside the latent space. So rather than Razor, it'll say Gillette, and things like that.
Jesus.
Of course they are. That's the business model. Well, there's the open weight models. Again, you don't know what's inside them. But then I think for every regulated industry, you need open data, open weight models. And the way models are trained is curriculum learning. Base models are generalized knowledge, high school. Then you've got your specialization. Then you have your localization. And you actually train them one after the other. So I was like, that should be open infrastructure. And can we have that from a crypto economic perspective? So actually, we'll be coming up with our white paper soon. I can talk about it briefly. It was like Bitcoin has provisioned loads of compute. What if we had the same? Creating a store of value that's a blue chip asset, but using that compute to build these models, and then putting compute in every nation to secure that. Then you have a currency that's linked to intelligence, that's helping everyone go through their cancer journey.
This is like a proof of compute, essentially.
Proof of beneficial compute, yeah.
Okay, right.
Like, you've got core teams working and using the outputs, and a lot of the Bitcoin miners have actually become AI miners now, but they've got nothing to run.
That's right.
But we need to build this, because I don't want a marketplace initiative for my kids' education. I want to have a very high trust asset that's built fully as the model that teaches my kid. I don't want it to tell my kid that Gillette is the best a man can get, It might be. So I think that we can build open infrastructure that way, and we can adopt some of these mechanics. So we're finalizing this, but we're good at building models, ultimately, in data sets, and someone's got to do it. And if we do it in the open, then you can achieve real change, because the needs of people are very defined. Like your healthcare AI right now, as Raoul, on the edge, you're using perhaps that much. In 10 years, you'll have a whole team of AIs working for you, right? Same for education, same for every country, every state. And I'm like, that's physical infrastructure that's like Bitcoin mining. It's actual physical chips. And they'll be running this, so why don't we use that to secure a currency? And that currency is helping people. And then it interacts with your personal AI and your super genius AI. And we can bring together teams in every nation and every sector to think about what's the full stack for cancer? What's the full stack for Alzheimer's? And have that as a public good. At the very least, I think you'll help people. At the very best, you could build a new model. And actually, at the very, very best, we're trying to put together teams to think about what is post-labor economics in an AI age. Because money, probably you won't need, but in the interim period, people want a liquid investment in AI, and a Bitcoin, but with AI is a good one. Maybe on a national basis, we go back to classical crypto. So one of the things we're exploring right now is national currencies. Like, you remember when we started in crypto over a decade ago? You could mine on your laptop. You could mine on your chip.
Yeah.
Then it became a big question, which was, do we allow ASICs, these specialized chips?
That's right.
And then it became about proof of stake as well.
Bitcoin ETF experienced nearly $370 million in net outflows on March 7 as investors reacted sharply to President Trump's announcement of a strategic Bitcoin reserve. According to Farside investors, the sell-off reflects institutional caution after Trump's March 6 executive order, which established a national Bitcoin reserve without requiring the government to make fresh purchases. Many traders were disappointed by this limited move. Alvin Can, chief operating officer of Bitget Wallet, remarked that while the order recognizes crypto's growing role in global finance, it fell short of boosting market confidence. Timuchin Louis, CEO of OneChain, also pointed out that the order's narrow scope led to significant investor disillusionment. The executive order instructs officials to devise budget-neutral strategies for acquiring additional Bitcoin without imposing extra costs on taxpayers. Despite these measures, Bitcoin's spot price dropped by more than 2% on March 7, and futures on the CME saw similar declines. Ryan Rasmussen from Bitwise noted that the U.S. Strategic Bitcoin Reserve could encourage other countries to buy Bitcoin, leaving financial institutions with little excuse not to allocate BTC. While the sell-off appears to be a classic buy the rumor, sell the news reaction, some experts believe that, in the long term, this development may actually be bullish for the cryptocurrency market.
Whereby it moved from labor owning the means of production to capital owning the means of production.
It's very true. Very true, yeah.
And that happened at the same time as this massive libertarian, you could build anything, which then led to all the crapness in crypto as well. A lot of the crapness is about this casino thing, because there are no guardrails. It should be unruggable. So I'm like, maybe we can go back to that from a national currency. Like, what if everyone got universal basic AI, which for me is opportunity. I don't like UBI, and we can discuss that if you want. And then by using and providing UBI, universal basic AI, they mine currencies. That could be interesting from a cash perspective. It could be an index on productivity of a nation because the compute of a nation has to do that. But we're not sure yet because this is a hard problem. At the very basis, though, we know if we have a bunch of clusters and we have a specialist cancer cluster, we can help every single person going through their cancer journey with an AI that outperforms human doctors on diagnosis and empathy.
But how do you do
on
that when this is going to have to be a state-led decision to use this?
It doesn't have to be.
Okay.
One of the nice things about open source AI is that it's permissionless in adoption. So when we released Stable Diffusion, you had 100 million downloads because people just take the weights and do what they want with it.
Yeah.
If you built a cancer AI, half of the people that are listening to this will be affected by cancer in their lives, right? And it outperforms human doctors on empathy and diagnosis. Anyone can take that and make that available to anyone going through their cancer journey. How do you talk to your kids? What's the latest knowledge on cancer? And their lives will be better, and they'll probably work on the edge. But someone's going to build it. Like right now, it's crazy that you don't have access to this technology, right? No one's organized this because it hasn't been the imperative, but we know it has a social benefit. And so that's why we thought link it to a crypto asset and you build a high trust crypto asset. You don't need government permission. But even then, every government wants this technology because you can't outsource your brain of your country to OpenAI or Anthropic or Google or anyone like that because they're misaligned. So the model we have here is national champions that are 100% locally owned that implement this technology.
Women are increasingly showing interest in cryptocurrency investments as they adopt a long-term strategy focused on wealth creation. A recent Bitpanda survey reveals that 50% of female crypto investors prioritize building wealth over time, with 49% holding digital assets for up to 5 years and 39% planning to hold for even longer. Many women favor safer investments like Bitcoin, which remains the top choice, highlighting a preference for stability and thoughtful growth. Experts observe that women build more diverse portfolios and avoid chasing quick profits, choosing instead to rely on thorough research and strategic patience. Gracie Chen, CEO of Bitget, explains that this measured approach allows investors to focus on fundamental value, rather than reacting emotionally to market fluctuations. Women typically trade less frequently than men, reducing the risk of impulsive decisions during volatile periods. However, significant challenges persist. Over 81% of surveyed women admitted to lacking sufficient education in cryptocurrency, with 24% citing limited investment knowledge as their biggest obstacle. while 41% pointed to financial constraints. Despite these hurdles, Bitpanda's female users have seen their investments grow by an average of 8.1% since January 2024. Initiatives such as Women in Ethereum Protocol are stepping in to provide the necessary education, guidance, and support to encourage more women to enter the crypto space and build long-term wealth. This evolving trend is reshaping the cryptocurrency market by introducing fresh perspectives and strategies for achieving financial stability and generational wealth. The survey underscores female investors' vital role in shaping digital finance's future. If you've been with us so far, a big thank you. Don't forget to subscribe for free to Bitcoin Zella for your daily news. The link is waiting below. That's all for today's crypto news. Stick around for more updates, insights, and analysis on cryptocurrencies. Share your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and subscribe for more exciting content.